Hi everyone, I'm Natalie from CantiLeiver and welcome to this Stick and Soar session in collaboration with Rejuvenate8Physio. We are delighted today to be joined by Louise from Rejuvenate8Physio, Millie and Ruby. Thanks for helping out today, girls. We absolutely love to see how you're getting on, so please post pictures and videos on your social media accounts using the hashtag Stick and Soar. If you have a private account, you can message us directly. There will be spot prizes to win for any special posts we see. Enjoy the session.
Good morning everyone and welcome to today's Soar and Stick Sunday session. In this class you will have the chance to learn some different ways to create power and strength in your legs so you can fly high, as well as learn how to absorb landings and forces so you have the most super steady, safe landings possible. Remember, as always, listen to your body and only do what feels comfortable. And you can take a break and rest at any time. For this session, all you will need is some space around you and your CantiLeiver wobble boards. Before we start, make sure you do a good warm-up so your body is ready and prepared for the exercise session. If you're not quite sure what to do, then you can always check out one of our previous legs and landing warm-up sessions on CantiLeiver's YouTube channel. Okay, is everyone ready to begin? So, for our first circuit today, we're going to do some lower limb strengthening work that involves movements that we've practiced before, but we're going to do them in a different way, so it challenges your muscles more. And what we're going to do is very slowly lower down into the movement, hold it for a couple of seconds so you're nice and still, and then we'll quickly return to the start position and repeat without any rest. And this is called tempo work, okay? So for exercise number 1, we're going to do some tempo squats. So if everyone stands on top of their board with your feet shoulder or hip width apart, whichever feels comfortable, and your toes pointing forward. Now you have 2 options for your arms. You can either interlink your fingers together and have your elbows bent, or you can place your arms straight out in front of you like a zombie. And I think Millie's going to pop our arms out in front, isn't she? Beautiful. Then what we're going to do is very slowly bend our knees and our hips as if we're going to sit down, and we're going to lower into the squat. So when the girls are ready, we're going to squat down slowly for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold that position for 2, 3, and stand up tall and quickly. Beautiful. And we're going to repeat. So lower, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3. Stand up nice and tall and quickly. Fantastic. And again, lower, 2, 3, 4, 5. As we hold, don't let those knees collapse in, and quickly stand up tall. Brilliant. Let's do 3 more. So lower, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep those heels down as we hold, shoulders back and square, and stand up tall. Brilliant. Last 2. Lower, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3. Stand up and repeat. Lower, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, and return to the start. Fantastic, girls. Now what you can do at home, we've just done 6 repetitions, but you could repeat that process up to 6 times to really work those muscles in your legs. Okay, for exercise number 2, we're going to do a tempo split stance lunge. So both of you girls are going to step off in front of your boards, and you're going to step forwards about half a metre or so away from your boards. So now the board is behind you. We start with our toes facing forwards. Fantastic. Take your right leg and do a large step backwards. So your foot is on the centre of the wobble board. Now before we start, everyone recheck that those toes are facing forwards. Good. The toes of the back leg are digging into the board and our body's up nice and tall. Our hips and our shoulders are not twisted, they're square. It's your choice what you do with your arms. They can either be linked or by your side or out to the side, your choice. We're going to very slowly bend both knees and drop down into a lunge position. So we're going to lunge, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3. Push through that front leg and stand up tall. Beautiful. And again, girls, don't let those knees collapse in. So lunge, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3. Stand up nice and tall. Beautiful. 4 more to go. So lunge, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3. Stand up. Last 3, everyone keep those cores nice and tight. So lower, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you hold, check those kneecaps are lined up with your laces and stand up tall quickly. Explode up. Beautiful. Last 2. Lower, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3. Stand up tall. Good. Last 1, lower, 2, 3, 4, 5. Watch that knee, Ruby. Hold and come up tall. Amazing job, girls. So obviously we've only worked one leg there, so we want to practice both legs at home in our own time, and we can do up to 6 sets of 6 reps on both legs. Amazing, girls. I think it's time to have a quick break and drink. Okay, for circuit number 2, we're going to do some more dynamic work called plyometrics. So we can develop some more power and shock absorbency in your legs to help your jumps and landings. Now, if you haven't tried our previous legs and landing sessions, I'd suggest that you do so you can learn all about correct landing mechanics. And remember, start when you're jumping using a low, stable surface, and then when you get steadier, like Millie and Ruby are now, they're on a low, wobbly surface, and then eventually they'd go on a higher and higher jumping surface as is safe to do so. But always focus on the quality of your jumps, not how high you're going to begin with. So for exercise number 1, we're going to do a vertical jump in place on the wobble boards, what gymnasts would call a stretch jump. So we'll begin on top of the boards with our feet hip width apart and our toes facing forwards. At the same time, you're going to bend your knees and hips and push out of the board, jump up in the air, and then as you land, make sure your knees bend and your hips soften, okay? If you land on straight legs, it can be quite sore, so we don't want to do that. So let's try that motion again, okay? So we start standing up nice and tall, bend knees and hips, push out of the board, jump up in the air, and land back in that position. Super. And remember, girls, you can use your arm swing if you want to. Okay. So what we're going to do is make that a continuous jumping action. So you're going to rebound up and down to the board. And when Lou says stick, you have to hold the landing position. Bless you, Ruby, nice and tight. Okay? Is everyone ready to go? So remember your arm swings. Let's start, girls. So bend your knees and hips, jump up. Good, and keep going. Keep going, keep going. So rebound on and off the floor. Swing those arms. Try and spend as little time on the board as you can. And stick. Yes, very nice, girls. You both finished with beautiful, strong arms. And your knees were in the right place. They weren't collapsing in. Brilliant. Let's try that one more time. So when everyone's ready, start jumping. So the aim is to go as high as you can control. Rebound quickly off that board. Don't let those knees wobble in if you can help it. Keep your body up tall and stick. Super. And when we stick, we want our heels to go down onto the floor. Amazing. Okay, we're going to make this slightly harder now. So for exercise number 2, you're going to stand, you're going to step backwards off your boards. So the board is in front of you. And we're going to do a forwards and backwards jump on and off the board. So it's exactly the same action. You bend your knees and hips at the same time. And you jump up onto the board, have a nice soft landing, bend your knees, straighten them, explode off, jump backwards and land back on the floor. Should we have a go, girls? So bend those knees and hips, swing those arms, jump onto the board, soft landing and rebound, jump backwards and to land back on the floor. Super. So we're going to make that continuous too. So on and off the board as smoothly and as quickly as you can control. And when Lou says stick, it doesn't matter if you're on the floor or on the board, you want to hold that landing position. Okay, so tight core, strong arms, let's go. Start jumping. Swing those arms up by your ears. Watch your knees, don't drift in. Quickly on and off the board. Imagine it's super hot. You don't want to spend much time on there as you're jumping. And stick. Very nice. Okay, one more time, girls. So let's make everything tight. So when we jump, straighten those knees, point those toes before you land, okay? Let's go. Forwards and back on and off that board. Watch those knees, Miss Millie. Good job. Come on, explode off the floor. And stick. Super. So for exercise number 3, the girls are going to stand at the side of their boards. And we're going to do some lateral, which means sideways jumps on and off the board. And it's their choice. They can either jump onto the board and then off onto the other side. Or they can just jump on and off on one side. But their body's always going to stay facing forwards towards the camera. So everyone have those feet hip width apart. That's it, toes facing forwards. Bend your knees and hips, push out the floor, jump onto the board. Hold that landing position and then jump off the other side. Super. So you must make sure that your feet make it onto the middle of the board. And as we're doing these sideways jumps, we don't want to see your bodies twist. We don't want to see those knees touch together. So imagine there's a bar between your legs so it keeps a gap between your knees and you soften into the landing. Okay, so let's start that again. And when Lou says stick, you want to hold your position. So you're going to continuously jump on and off, rebound from that board, and then hold a nice tight landing position. Let's go. So on and off. Super, better knees, girls. Good job. Just watch that right knee, Millie, when you go one way. That's it. Rebound as quickly and as high as you can, and stick. Beautiful. Once more, girls. Let's go. On and off, on and off. Millie, push those knees straight as you jump up tall. And stick. We always like landing on the floor. Okay, Millie, just push that right knee out to the side for me in that landing position. Better, good girl. Okay, the last one is a jump with a quarter turn. So we're going to stand at the back of our boards. If your board's turned, just straighten it up for us because it may have moved a little bit. There we go, okay? And you're going to face sideways onto your board. And you're going to jump up, do a quarter turn, and land in the squat position on the board for me. Jump up, quarter turn, show that nice landing position. Beautiful. And jump back off the board with a quarter turn to land on the floor. Okay? Try and keep those chests up a little bit taller in the landing position so our body's not too low. Keep going for me, on and off. Push those knees straight as you jump. Point those toes and stick. Hold, 2, 3. Don't be in too much of a rush to straighten those knees. We want nice, stable landing positions. Okay, girls, let's try that once more. So last go through. Start on the floor and off we go. On and off, on and off. Make sure you make it round all the way through the quarter turn. Don't let those knees collapse in. Push as hard as you can out of the floor and the wobble board and stick. Hold, 2, 3. Amazing, girls. That's today's session complete. We hope you enjoyed it.
Wow, what a fantastic session, girls. Well done. It looked like lots of fun. Don't forget to share your pictures and videos on social media and use the hashtag #StickAndSoar. There are spot prizes to be given away. Thanks everyone, and we'll see you next time.